Hi there. Hey, this is Dave from Regal Lager. We want to really thank you for being here for our Nomi presentation. Here we are at Prego Expo. We love Prego Expo. We love you for being here. You found your way to the Nomi booth. This is one of 4 booths that we're sponsoring here from Regal Lager. We're a distributor that distributes great quality baby products all the way through North America. So you want to visit Nomi? You might have already seen me at Decor. If not, come and visit me at the Decor booth. There's 2 others. Jeff Durkee, our sales director, will actually be doing Lascal, which is the M1 carrier and buggy boards. He'll also be doing Love to Dream, the industry's best swaddle. You're not going to want to miss that either. So please go to those other 3 booths and check it out. Thanks again for being here. Sam and Juliana, thanks for a great event. Thank you, Ricky, for your lighting and camera expertise, and all of the Regal Lager marketing team. Thank you so much. Hey, moms and dads, we've got people live answering your questions and comments. Please keep them coming. We promise we'll answer every single one of them. We could be here till midnight answering. We have been before. We love you. We want to answer your good questions. Let's jump into this. We only have 20 minutes. There's a lot to cover. Again, I'm Dave. Let's go for it. Nomi high chairs, the one product that you can use for your entire life. From your very first day home from the hospital till your very last day on earth. Wow, can you think of any other product? I sure can't, that fits that bill. Okay, let's get into it. Here we go. Nomi. Nomi comes from the word ergonomic, right? It's active sitting. There's a story behind this, and I'm going to tell you the story. While you're looking at this super cool, super sleek, modern Scandinavian design, let me show you how this came to be. Here's the story. In 1972, this really cool Norwegian guy named Peter Opsvik, him and his wife had their first baby, a baby boy, 1972. Peter is a seating design expert, and so they went out to find a high chair for their baby. They weren't happy with any of the high chairs on the market, so Peter, being a seating designer expert himself, decided to design the Trip Trap high chair. He licensed it to Stokke, who sells it to this very day. In fact, huge, huge success. There's 2 icons in our entire industry, the Trip Trap high chair and Sophie the giraffe. So we're coming in good company here. So Peter made the Trip Trap chair. Now, he went throughout his life designing seating for office, kitchen, living room, whatever. And 40 years later, after all of that designing, after changes in technology, etc., Peter's baby boy had grown up, he gets married, and they have a daughter, Peter's granddaughter. After all of that life of designing, Peter said, hey, let me take another shot at the high chair. That's where Nomi came from. Unbelievably cool story, and that's what it is. Let's show you about it. Let me pull it over to the demonstration table and we'll get a little more specific. So this is the Nomi high chair. One thing that Peter believes in fully is family mealtime together. He's very idealistic and he's got that right. You want to raise your family as a family unit, and mealtime is socialization. You learn how to have manners and learn to eat correctly and be part of the family. Family mealtime together. So that the Nomi high chair is designed to come right up to your dining table. Okay, so one of the things that Peter designed into the Trip Trap and the Nomi high chair, which makes it different from anybody else in the world, is the adjustability. Peter knew, and still knows to this day, having turned 81 in March, by the way, still going strong, he knew that the key to sitting is feet support. Let's talk about that before we get into the specifics of the high chair. So I've got a bar stool sitting right over here, and you'll notice as I sit on the bar stool, the very first thing I try to do with my feet is I'm looking for the footrest. Like, where the heck is the footrest? I need to have foot support. If not, my blood circulation gets cut off, and I'm just not very comfortable. This is not comfortable for me. Proving the point that we need feet support. we've always felt like kids are fidgety. Maybe they need feet support too. Peter Obsvik would say, you're right, Dave, they do need feet support. Let's take it to this chair, a regular dining chair. And let's have you guys at home join me in a little bit of an exercise. Do this with me, follow along, okay? Here we go. Let's pretend that we're sitting at your dining room table, and you need to reach way over here, way out here for the salt. Okay, stretch way out there now. You're stretching way out there. Now freeze. Look down and see where your feet are. They're out in front of you, aren't they? If your feet weren't out there, you would not be able to balance and sit properly. You would fall over, in fact. You can try it again. This time, lift your feet off the ground. Now you really get the idea. You have to have firm feet support to be able to sit properly. Peter understands that and builds that into all of his seating designs. So let's go back to this demo here. So let's go through this and say, in general, wow, cleaning high chairs is quite a task. If you've had that opportunity, you know what I'm talking about. 3 or 4 times a day, seemingly for the rest of your life, you're cleaning this. Cheerios, SpaghettiOs, blah, blah, blah. And most high chairs, it's a nightmare because there's plenty of places for all the crumbs to get caught. Nomi is an open thing. Look at this. Nowhere for the food to get caught. Just wipe it off. You're clean and good to go. 3 or 4 times a day? Wow, can you imagine how much easier that is? Let's go through it component by component, starting with the seat. Notice that the seat in the front has what we call a waterfall edge. Again, we don't want to have blood circulation cut off. Nice and tapered wherever it goes, a little bump here, exactly to fit your body. Go to the footrest now. Look how big that is. It's almost round. Why? Because active sitting is what Peter believes in. When we sit on a chair, we don't just sit there. We cross our legs, we shift our weight, we put our feet over here, over here. So in this case, I could put my feet here or over here, cross my legs, whatever. What is this big knob thing or this big hump in there? We actually have a name for that. We call it the foot knob. Think of it this way. If you have a bare foot, you can kind of, it's a little tactile thing, a little, can tickle yourself, but it has a practical application too. I want to sit up, I push against that, I can sit myself straight up. Wow, great idea, Peter. This part right here is called the restraint, and it does exactly what the name would clue to. It restrains the child. It's open, but it prevents them from any type of accident. It keeps them solidly within the chair boundary. Also notice that the chair is equipped with a 5-point harness system. That's already hooked up for you right out of the box. You don't even have to connect that. That's for added safety. So then, moving down, you've got this piece of wood, which we call the stem. Now, the stem is the backbone of all Nomi products. Can you imagine how much weight that supports? I'm going to show you one that's not connected to the chair right here. So this guy weighs less than 3 pounds, and yet has a huge weight capacity. Notice the interesting shape. Notice the tracks that are cut into this. That's for adjustability. Remember, Peter knows you need feet support, which means we want to keep a 90-degree angle no matter how long or short those legs are. That 90-degree angle is going to be achieved. If you can come up a little bit closer, I'm going to show you the secret of how this is so strong. So Ricky, check this out. There's 32 layers all put together and glued together. 32 layers. And as the stem goes up, you'll notice it tapers thinner. At the top, there's actually 9 layers. So it tapers from 13 to 9 as it goes up higher. That's the secret of the strength of the stem. I'll set that aside. Okay, so high chairs, in general, go from about 6 months to 24 months. So you've got that 18-month window for a high chair. Well, hang on a second. After your baby turns 2 years old, what are you supposed to do with your high chair? What, you give it to your brother, put it in storage, sell it on Craigslist? What do you do with it? For Nomi, there's a really great answer, and that is convert your high chair to a chair. Boom, check this out. So right here on the back, you'll notice this tab, and the same thing on the other side. All I have to do is to press that tab, and this restraint comes all the way out. Same on this side, and the whole thing pulls right out. The 5-point harness is connected to the seat. In just 5 or 10 seconds, I can remove that with no tools required. Piece of cake. So I pull this off, I pull this off. I'm left with the seat, the footrest, the backrest, the stem, and these feet. So let's put this back up on the display and pull down the chair. So we're converting the high chair to the chair. So let's put this on the table, and we'll put this seat, the footrest, right back up where it was. So as we convert from high chair, the seat portion is all the way up, and the footrest is all the way up. As your child grows, you're wanting to keep this at a 90-degree angle. So just with these knobs right here, I can let it out little by little by little. No tools required. Check this out. I spin this knob, and it goes down just a little bit at a time. You know, babies grow at different angles. So maybe this baby grows legs longer. Maybe this baby grows torsos longer. Then it switches. 6 months later, it goes the other direction. So I can move this seat down just a little bit. Just a little bit. So from 2 years, maybe that's good for a 3-year-old. Maybe this is good for a 3. Let's put that down a little bit more for a 4-year-old. Whatever your baby needs, Nomi can provide. Let me run a couple of numbers by you. So 2 years old is when you go from high chair to chair. It takes about 10 years to be able to sit in a dining chair properly, meaning your feet are flat on the ground and your back is against the seat back of the dining chair. That's an 8-year gap. Most people would use what we call a booster seat for those years. But booster seats have 0 foot support. We know how important foot support is. No, kids are not just fidgety, they need to be comfortable, just like we do. So let's put this down, remembering that, 6 years old, 7 years old, whatever it might be. I'm going to put this all the way down. Let's adjust that all the way down to the bottom, and let's do the same thing with the footrest. All the way down, notice how it tracks down that track, piece of cake. I just twist it as further as I want it to go down the thing. And I'm going to tell you a little fact. This weighs 11 pounds, so it's very lightweight. So let's talk about the size capacity for just a second. We know that you're about 2 years old, but how old can you be? Well, guess what? This does not go by age, it goes by weight. So it's from 2 years to 330 pounds. That's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to demonstrate that by sitting in this myself. So I'm 57 years old and weigh 250 pounds. Let's see how that works out. When's the last time you sat in a high chair? So let's put this on the floor. Have Dave sit in it. Boom, let's go. Wow, it's comfortable. I've got my lower back support. I can sit right on there. How about if I do something a little bit more crazy? How about if I sit on it and I lean back and I twist and I do a couple things that I probably wouldn't do in real life, but I'm showing you the strength of this chair is incredible, right? 11 pounds, 250 pounds, there you go. That will help you with my claim that it's the one product that will last your entire lifetime. Okay, this could be at a desk. This could be anywhere. Think about the situation we're in right now with the COVID thing. Chairs are more important than ever. Kids spend more time at the dining table. It's craft, it's schoolwork, let alone family meal time together. It's everything. That's why they need a chair with proper leg support, etc., that's sized just exactly for them. Okay, let's talk about cleaning just a minute more. So I'm going to put this on the floor and show you something that's pretty cool. So Peter's a really sharp guy and he thought of everything. If this is your dining table, your baby's going to get stuff on the table, on the chair, and on the floor. That's going to require some cleaning on several different levels. How many times every day? Now we already talked about how easy this is to clean, and obviously your table surface isn't bad to clean either. How about the floor? Check this out. How fun is this? Peter knew that adding these 2 little rubber nubs underneath the seat would allow this 11-pound chair to actually suspend from the table surface itself, allowing you quick, easy access to the floor. Now, I was at a consumer show months ago, And I said, hey, now you can sweep or vacuum. And one of the guys said, Dave, Roomba, come on. Okay, he's right, okay, I get it. But at least you have easy access to clean your floor. That is really a cool idea. Okay, let's put this on the floor and I'll show you another really neat thing. Nomi is rated the safest high chair. Why? One of the biggest reasons is we totally understand the biggest high hazard for any high chair is actually tipping over backwards. Why? Because we know that once your baby learns, they will put their feet up against your dining table and push. That could lead to tipping over backwards. Now that tipping over backwards doesn't always result in a death or a serious injury, but it sure can, and it's not a very pleasant experience. So to prevent that, look what we did. Thank you, Peter, for being so smart. We put wheels on the back of the high chair. What does that do? Well, as they push against the table, instead of tipping over, it rolls backwards. Boom, you're all good. So from a safety standpoint, that's one of the reasons why Nomi is rated the safest high chair. Okay, so let's put this back up on the display and go over a couple of things. 6 to 24 months, 24 months to 330 pounds, which basically is the rest of your life. So once you own the high chair, you own the chair, right? Because you just take away a couple of pieces to achieve the chair. So if you own the high chair, it means you own the stem and you own the feet. So take the stem and the feet, then all you need is this top part, which is an accessory piece to make what we call the Nomi Baby. The Nomi Baby is awesome. In fact, I'd probably saved the best to last. This whole unit weighs only 8 pounds, so I'm calling it portable within your house. 8 pounds. It's a raised bouncer. So instead of a bouncer being on the floor where they're supposed to be, down with the dogs and the dust and everything else, and you having to bend over, it's raised to your height. And first day home from the hospital, they're right at your dining table for mealtime together, which is definitely the Nomi philosophy. So mealtime together achieved. 5-point harness system, concave, so there's no problem for them to fall out, no risk of that. You'll notice that the cover is reversible to sand, so whatever the main color you choose, it's reversible to sand, which is a nice neutral color. Also, there's mesh below this. You do not have to use the cover. In case it's really hot, you want some more ventilation, just take this off. It's in the laundry, no problem. Use that. So that's really cool. Okay, let's think about this for another second. I'm going to put this back up on the table and say, okay, it's 8 pounds. I'm calling it portable. So where would I put it? Well, since it's raised up, it can be pretty much anywhere. How about if you put it right next to your computer? You got to get a couple things done. Maybe you need to pay a couple of bills online. Put it right next to your computer. They're at your height, right next to you, 5-point harness system, everything's good. How about it's been a while since you've been able to cook a meal? So you've got that ability to put it right there in your kitchen. They're right there next to you. And this next one, talk to your friends. Please think about this one. Really difficult for new moms to just be able to take a shower. Your baby just doesn't let you put them down. The Nomi Baby gives you a little bit of me time. Since it only weighs 8 pounds, put this right outside your shower. You can take a shower, they're safe, you can see each other, everybody's happy. So the Nomi Baby is fantastic for that. I know you want one of these, I can tell already, right over this video, you guys want one of these. Let me show you how to do this. Pick your color. Let's put this back and show you how this works. We actually have 4 different colors of wood for you to choose from. There they are, you can take a shot at that. So pick your color of wood, pick your stem color. And once you do that, pick your color of plastic. There's 9 different colors of plastic. And you're free to mix and match. Take white and white, which we're showing here, or black, or whatever you want, and mix and match to make your decor look the way you want it to be. Realizing this will last you an entire lifetime, but pick it the way you want it to be. Accessories. We have gone this whole time without talking about the main piece for any high chair, which is the tray. Being family mealtime together, Peter's philosophy is, hey, if there's a tray on your high chair, that means it doesn't fit up next to your table. So we love to have a tray, but not for mealtime. Maybe this could be while you're working your computer and your baby's next to you there. You can actually put some toys on here to play with or something. So maybe it's not for mealtime, but we do have a really fantastic tray that is sold as an accessory. We also have cloth pads that can go on here, and keep in mind that the baby from here up is an accessory piece to the high chair. So those are the 3 accessories. You can buy these items online. We're in lots of different stores around the country. Please just look it up and place your order. What I would suggest is that you do a registry for this. This will be a lifelong product that you can have forever and ever. Here's one more thought for you. You guys that are generous to your parents, can you think of anything that would be a better grandma gift? Grandma has several different families with different kids growing up at different sizes. How easy is the Nomi to adjust for any grandchild that coming to visit her? That's a great grandma gift for her house that you could provide. Okay, let's close this off with a couple of thoughts. Remember, please visit our other 3 booths. Decor, which I'm hosting, and La Scale, which Jeff Durkee is hosting, and Love to Dream, the best models on the market. Jeff is also doing that one. It's a treat to go to those 2. Thank you for all the comments. We can see that there's tons of comments and questions. We appreciate that. Thanks for taking these 20 minutes with you. Again, it's Dave from Regal Lager. Love you guys. Good luck with your family, and we appreciate your time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.